Page 16, Frosty the Snow Man. 4/4 time. Let's work this out one hand at a time. Starting here, third finger on the G, that puts us in this position to start. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We already got a dotted rhythm. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and lift, reach up with a little finger, and then scrunch up to get your third finger on the B. 4 and 1 and 2. And then you're okay. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Second line, second measure. Come down with a little finger. Reach down with the thumb. See, this is a way we can change hand positions. We're just kind of crawling around like a spider here to do it. Third line similar to the first line. Fourth line is similar to the second line. Got a lot of repetition going on. Go down to the last line. Now the pickup to the last line, that is the last note in the fourth line, is a C. Then reach up, because you want to connect these notes. Don't have to if that's a stretch. Then use fourth finger or fifth finger, either one. Doesn't matter on the first A, and then third finger on the second A. So I can go here, or I can go here. Either one. You don't have to have third finger on the first one. It's up to you which one you want to use. Thumb comes down, and then third finger comes down. Top of page 17. You're here. Watch this fingering. I think you'd be better off in the long run if you'd use fourth finger on the B's at the beginning of the second measure. Take all these notes together. You have the D's and the G's, the next note, and the B's in the next measure, and the D. All these notes together make up a chord, and that's the fingering for the chord. And I really recommend you use the fourth finger on that D on the quarter notes. You can use third finger for the eighth note, because once you get up here, you're collapsing your hand into this position. And third finger's fine for that, but getting there, fourth finger, then third finger. Next line, third finger then. This is like it was at the beginning. And then go down to the fourth line. Here, this says both hands 8VA to the end. So rather than here, we're going to go up here. And it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. That's basically what it is to the end. You can get that. Melody's in the right hand. The left hand has to stay soft. So it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Make sure you play the rest. They're important. 1, 2. And this is the chords. The one chord, C chord, the F chord, the G7 chord. You get them a lot. You have a few accidentals. Look at the fourth line down. First measure's okay, and then the second measure here, and then here. You can, if you want to use fourth finger on the C sharp, because you have a quarter rest, come here. So it's 1, 2, 3, rest. Then in the last line, they're broken chords. No rest, just broken chords. Top of page 17. And then a 1, 2 for the F, A flat. If you don't want to put a thumb on there, then you can use 2, 3. And then 4, 2. And the last measure, the first line is here. And then, like you had at the beginning. Fourth line down, where both hands 8VA. Now you got to come up here. And you're staying up here for the rest of the piece. Work it out one hand at a time. Put the hands together. Let's see what happens. At the beginning, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. See, they're not playing at the same time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. See, this rhythm rhythm is different, and this is one of the reasons we work this out one hand at a time first, so you sort of get an idea, because you don't notice the rhythm is different a lot until you put the hands together, and that's what makes it interesting. Huh? Is interesting the right word? And work it out there. Now when you get over to page 17, you end the third line here. You have a rest on the last beat. Well, there's a repeat sign there. So you're going to repeat it back to the beginning. That's why there's two sets of words, because if you're singing it, then you can sing the other set of words. I ain't singing it, but you can sing it. So you repeat. You got time to move your hands. Well, the left hand can stay there, it doesn't move, but the right hand has to go up to put the third finger on the G. So you got one beat rest to do that. Rest, and then you're ready to go if you repeat. But if you go on, both hands got to go up an octave. So you got one beat rest to do it in. So you're here, right, and then you got to come up here. So figure this out and have it ready to go. You might have to practice the move because you only got one beat to do it in. This is a fairly fast piece. So you're coming from here, C position, and you're going to go up to here. The left hand's in C position, but the right hand has to put the G on here. So the right hand has to go up here to an E position. Well, so you got to work that out. You only get one beat to do it in, and this is a fast piece. And we can't mess up the beat just because you got to move the hands. So figure it out. You practice. So you can get up there. You just have to work that out. Dynamic wise, that's the melody. It's in the right hand. Keep the left hand soft. We're loud here at the beginning. You get down to the fourth line, the last note, medium soft, come down. And then top of page 17, you're going to crescendo back up to loud. So you want to go up to the D. That's where you're headed. That's the loud. And in the left hand, second measure, you have an accent on the F, A flat. Give it a little extra oomph. Don't get in the way of the melody, just give it a little extra oomph. At the end of the line, you have accents in the left hand. Give them a little extra. The right hand has an accent on the last note. You've got O in here. And then you're back and going. So that first line on page 17. Be careful here on 17. When you're finishing the second line going into the third, the rhythm in the left hand changes. And so it's not what you might expect. So the last measure of the second line is here. And you repeat that or go on. Now this is medium soft, and that's the right hand, so keep the left hand soft. Now you can crescendo up to the loud. And end it loud. Yeah. It's a fun piece. How fast you go is up to you. If you're going to sing it, how fast would you sing it? Depends on how much wine you've had, how good you're feeling, you know how to. Now learn it the way it's written first. Nothing fancy, just do what they're telling you to do. And once you get to know that, then you can start feeling the music and turn it into music. See, when I play it, sometimes I play things staccato. See, in the left hand, there's no articulation marked except for some accents. So sometimes I play notes short. I don't hold them out the full blade. But that's after I get to know it. And I start feeling it. So if I feel those notes short, I play them short. Doesn't say I can't. It doesn't say anything. That's the beauty of it. If it doesn't say anything, they leave it up to you. How do you want to interpret this? I want to play it with you very slowly just to check the notes and the rhythms. We're not going to interpret anything. We're just going to do it mechanically. And we are going to do the repeat sign, so we'll do the whole thing. So I'll give us 4 counts. Go on and put your hands in whatever position they go in. Here, here. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Repeat. Rest.